against all forms of oppression, suppression, and repression against fellow humans just because they are widows. Ladies and gentlemen, we are here on this 23rd day of June, commemorating the United Nations Declaration for Day of Action to address the poverty and injustice faced by millions of widows and their dependents in many countries. Although the Women's Liberation movement has been an issue for discussion over a century, addressing the violation of the rights of widows was for a long time silent, as many inhumane actions were carried out under the guise of culture and religion and tradition. However, we are today thankful and celebrating because a set of people took it upon themselves to champion the cause of widows before the Committee of Nations. A study that reveals that there are an estimated 245 million widows worldwide, 115 million of whom live in poverty and suffer from social stigmatization and economic deprivation purely because they have lost their husbands, was presented by the Bloomberg Foundation as part of its awareness campaign to the UN Secretary General, Mr. Ban Ki-moon, on 22nd of June 2010, and now its history. The Laudable Act has brought hope to many widows in Africa, and Nigerian women have doubtless benefited. Campaigns are directed towards stopping inhumane cultural practices such as prolonged seclusion of the widow, shaving of hair, forced oath-taking which often involves drinking of water from the washing of her late husband's corpse, denial of her children's inheritance, and forced marriage to a kinsman of her late husband. Although we are still a long way from achieving it, it is important that on a day such as this, we renew our commitment to action. It is even more important to reflect rather than jubilate, given the Nigerian status quo, whereas in stable political societies, there are machineries set up to aid the integration of marginalized people such as widows. Widows in the Nigerian society are often at the mercy of philanthropic individuals and organizations, and some in the private sector have found ways to incorporate support of widows and organizations serving widows into their corporate social responsibility programs. These good intentions are dwarfed because the primary intervention from government, which is key, is missing. Rather than set up statutory institutions, government tend to spend the barest minimum, which are often handed out to widows through their support organizations as donations. In accordance with United Nations Declaration and in view of the critical current trend of insurgencies in the nation, resulting in the growth in population of widows and orphans and vulnerable children, it has become pertinent to seize the day to wake government up to its responsibilities through our joint strategic network of local, national, and international stakeholders. Perhaps government have in times past viewed widowhood as a private affair. I think we can argue that. However, widowhood is now a national affair. Government must make moves to work together with organizations serving widows to find sustainable solutions to meeting the needs of this undeserved group. to a surge in widowhood, as Professor told me, especially in the Niger Delta and the northeastern regions of Nigeria. The actions of the Niger Delta militants and Boko Haram insurgents have resulted in the killing of Nigerian police and army officers and other security officers. Many women are left without husbands, which has made life very difficult and unbearable. This group of women have become highly traumatized as a result of widowhood and are very vulnerable to the harsh economical, political, and social situations in Nigeria. The fallout of the national insurgency, both in the Niger Delta and the northeastern Nigeria, is the astronomical surge in widowhood. Therefore, dealing with this ugly situation is a joint business between the federal government, I would also add state government, corporate entities, and individual philanthropies. On behalf of you all present here and all the widows around the world, call upon His Excellency, the President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, Dr. Ebere Goodluck Jonathan, and all good people of Nigeria to ameliorate the suffering of widows in Nigeria. All we ask for is a national policy that makes provision for economic, social protection and general welfare of widows in Nigeria. Finally, as women who have been at the fore of experience, there is no better person to tell your stories and your needs than yourselves. You have experienced emotional loss. Some of you have had your dignity trampled upon. Some of you have been sent away from your husband's property. Some of you experience daily economic hardship, and some are failing in health because of lack of funds to access standard health care facilities. This is why you must rise. Rise, I say again, rise, and work together with the Center for Values in Leadership and its strategic partners to push for government intervention for lasting results. Let your experience fuel your passion, add to it inspiration, and let it lead you and many more women to freedom. That is all we're asking for. God bless you, and thank you.